A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online. And yes, here we are with our next session on NTA UGC-NET JRF, that is 2023, for the preparation of 2023 December 2023 examination. The topic which we have taken for which we have started the lecture for today is information and communication technology. This is the topic which we are going to start. This is the first session of ICT. And in this particular session, what we are going to study in detail, let's have a look at those points. So we are going to see the main objectives of ICT, rationales for introducing IT in education, objectives of using ICT in higher education, synchronous and asynchronous education, and major ICT learning categories. So these are the pointers which we are going to have a look for your paper 1 preparation of ICT. So before we go ahead, quickly let's have what Global Online has for you. So Global Online has brought a paper 1 course which you can download with the help of this app also. This is how the interface looks like. You can register yourself on the app and look at this particular course. This is how the interface look. The price for the first paper 1 is 3,600 with a discount of 20%. So actually the price is 4,500. Once you go into the app, this is how you will look at the interface, where you have all the folders in your respective language, that is Hindi and English, where you have all the folders as per the syllabus. It's consisting of the theory notes, the lectures, the mock test, MCQ lectures and evaluation test. So which will help you to prepare yourself best for your paper 1. Now yes, without wasting time, let's start the session for the day. So here we will try to understand what are the topics, what exactly topics we will be covering for our ICT. So these are the topics which I have listed very well. So these topics will help you to understand. Just a second. So yes, so these topics will help you to understand exactly what do you need to study in your that is in your ICT syllabus. So let's quickly discuss this very well. So I've listed all the topic number wise. So we are going to see the main objectives, then we are going to see the rationales. Rationales is nothing but principles, okay, for introducing IT in education. Then we are going to see the objectives of ICT, including the strength and the weaknesses, that is the advantages and disadvantages. We are going to understand what is synchronous and asynchronous education. We are going to see today major ICT learning categories, and we will today have a look at just the digital and other initiatives in higher education. So basically we will be covering till point 5, and point 6 I will just take an intro today, and we will be doing these points in the later class. Okay, so this is how all you are going to see. So you can see there are totally 16 points which I have shortlisted. Obviously these 16 points cover all your topics which is important for you for ICT preparation. So once you have done with all these topics, it will help you to prepare this unit very well, especially for the students from non-IT background. This unit is becomes very difficult. So for them also it will be easier that okay, now you know what is the points, what are the syllabus, so it becomes easier for you to go ahead, right? So yes, so let's start the session for the day. So first point is main objectives of information and communication technology. Obviously this will be a part of your statement questions or the questions which is based on assertions and reasoning, okay, reasons. Right, so let's see what is the main objective of ICT. So main objectives is basically ICT education, okay, supported education and enabled education. Okay, before we go ahead, Shamina, you want to know for the commerce class. Okay, so I will give you the number which will help you to clear all your doubts with respect to your commerce course. Is it clear? Including your paper 2 and your paper 1. So you will get a brief idea about your course very well. Fine. So yes, so let's see what are the main objectives of ICT in education. So now we know that when we talk about education, it is basically to train the people to meet their needs with respect to knowledge society, motivate the people to ensure that you know what type of IT requirements are there both in the software and hardware form, so that the role of ICT, now this is very important, the role of ICT in education policy of a government is to equip the students with IT skills. So basically all the students, okay, who are the future generation of our country, who are definitely looking, who are the future of our country, so these students should be having a well equipped knowledge when it comes to what, when it comes to IT skills. So it is basically reducing the gap and helping the students to know about the skills which are present in information and technology, right? Then ICT supported education. So nowadays, many distance education universities and institutions, they use the ICT supplements in the form of printed materials, PDF forms, e-books, okay, and this is mainly which includes broadcasting of media such as radio, television programs, audio tapes, video tapes, and these lessons, the multimedia contents such as lessons, are offered with the help of what, online platform. So obviously there are basically lot of concept, or you can say content, which is related to ICT, which is growing up in every field and especially in education also. So it's very important that the support is required in order to take the education at an higher level. Okay, Shweta, the questions were basically not with reference to ICT. I have seen the questions. Actually there were a lot of questions which were targeted from each topic. So I will tell you, like for example, when we will be doing the digital initiatives, today I will give you an idea of digital initiatives. So almost I have taken 42 digital initiatives, not 42, 41. So you will come to know that these digital initiatives, they are applicable in every field, not only in higher education, not only in teaching aptitude, not only in communication. So it becomes, from every target point, from every unit, they have targeted the question with reference to digitalization. And so you felt that there were a lot of questions from information and communication technology. So basically it was from different units, but they correlated it with ICT. Is it clear? We'll see that also, right? Then ICT enabled education. So a comprehensive educational program is delivered definitely with the help of what, teaching learning process, and for that we require the access of information and technology, and hence it helps in education, in the form of education itself, in the form of the support policy, and in the form of helping a comprehensive education. So any point which comes with related to statement or assertion or reason, you should be able to answer it very clearly, right? So for that, what I have done, I have supported it with the rationales. Now what is this rationale and what are these basics? It means there are certain principles of information and communication technology which are divided into various categories. So the categories are social, vocational, catalyst, and you can say pedagogical. Okay, now see, please try to remember these things. If you do not know objectives very well, even remembering these questions or this particular part will help you to answer the question very clearly. Okay, so this notes I will immediately send you on the group itself now. So actually I believe in merging, but today I'm going to send you all the notes once again. So any student who feel that you have missed any notes can refer this very well. Okay, so yes, now let's start with this rationales. Now basically what I said, these are principles. Okay, now when I talk about social, so what is the viewpoint of social principle? This is to make sure that technology plays an important role in society, right? So students should need to learn the technology. So see over here, it requires familiarizing the students with technology. So giving students a familiarity, or you can say in society IT plays an important role. So it's very important that the student should need to learn the technology, and that stands as a social principle, right? Vocational principle, it talks about the most jobs require technological orientation. So it is basically to prepare the students for the job which requires skills in technology. So students should be well versed with the technical skills, and hence it stands into vocational. Catalyst, now it is something which helps in enhancing teaching effectiveness. Okay, effectiveness in teaching, not only teaching but also management and other social activities. So to help the teaching effectiveness with the help of what? With the help of technology. So to make teaching effective with technology. And pedagogical says that to make use of technology in enhancing learning, making it flexible, making it efficient from the viewpoint of curriculum. So basically use of technology in learning, in flexibility and in efficiency. And that's how it is basically talking about what? Which is basically talking about the principles from the social, vocational, catalyst and from the pedagogical point of view. Social, it means students should know about technology. Vocational, it's an important skill which is required for the jobs. Catalyst, it is basically to have effectiveness in teaching. And pedagogical, it should be a part of what? It should be a part of your enhanced learning. Okay, enhanced learning in the form of curriculum delivery, right, which has to be done by the teacher. So hope these points are also clear very well. Okay, now we have next is objectives. Now see, here itself actually instead of writing the points only, I have included the information also. So even if you do this much is well and enough for objectives, right? Okay, so what is the objectives of using ICT in higher education? It is basically to improve access to system through online education. So you are trying to bring, you know, the online courses, the platforms which can be easily accessed by the students who are not able to attend any traditional classes due to any such reason. The reason may be geographical distance, maybe the personal reason, or maybe the time constraint. So online education will help the students, or you can say online education will help those learners who cannot go for a conventional way of teaching or a conventional way of learning. So this use of ICT will help to capture the students for online education, right? Then it is to enhance the teaching quality in remote areas. So obviously, you know, it can help to bridge the gap between urban and remote, you know, location by delivering high quality content where the physical resources might be limited. Maybe there may be a lot of reasons, like for example Swayam Prabha, these were brought up with the intention of bridging the gap between rural and urban areas, and that also providing a high quality content, educational content. So yes, it helps to enhance the teaching. Then transparency and strengthening the system. So it is to bring more transparent and efficient process which will help to manage everything. Now see, ICT is not only restricted only with learning, teaching and learning. In fact, we have a very base transparent system in order to manage the admissions, in order to do the registrations, in order to do the fee payment and other administrative part. So if you know, we have a centralized system of education after your 10th standard, okay, where you are seeking an admission for 11th and 12th, even after your 12th standard where you're seeking the admission for degree college, not only degree, even the MBA courses, MMS courses, MCA courses, B.Ed courses, these are all streamlined with the help of what? Transparency through online way of getting the things enrolled, right? Then measuring the learning participation and effectiveness. Now online platform will allow the educators to track the students' engagement. Now when I say it will track the students' engagement, it means it will ensure the measurement of the students who participate in the course, who participate in the assignments, in the assessment, and it helps them to gauge the effectiveness of the teaching methods. So like for example, okay, I was just seeing certain courses, which have been developed by even IMM, okay. I was just going through this particular IMM's online courses, and they have these courses which are even free of cost. You can enroll yourself to enhance your certification, and they have, they have set the week times, they have set your progress also. So after every week, where you have a flexibility to select your timings, your days, and after every week they will send you a personalized email regarding your progress. They will send you a personalized email for your absence if you have not touched the course, if you are not able to do it. So yes, this will help the tutor to understand the participation very well, right? Analyzing the students' behavior and involvement. So how students interact with the online platform, what exactly they understand, what is their engagement pattern, how they will help themselves to learn and progress. That also is easily trackable with the help of ICT, right? Optimizing the retention and placement. So with the help of the various tools, the data can be driven in order to give the placement analysis. So what are the skills, what are the preference, what exactly the opportunities are, what type of opportunities a student is looking for. The screen is not clear. Okay, just a second, just a minute, just a second. Okay, I will just let me complete these 2 points. I will just try to just check your quality at your end. No dear, just check your screen quality also. Just a minute, I'll just finish this point and then I'll come to it. Okay, when we talk about conducting retention, so yes, it does that, and conducting the audits and analysis. So it is basically to ensure like for example, today we have everything analyzed: website traffic, social media engagement, the volume. Okay, all this will be helping us to understand what type of ICT do we use in our education system. Is it clear now? Yes, you were saying that just a second. I will just try to see. There is no issue with the range. Okay, I'll stop sharing the screen. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll just refresh it properly. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'll just sort out your doubts. Okay. See, everything I have cross-check, even the range is also proper. So I can see the screen very well at my end. I don't know what is the problem. I've just reset everything. I hope it will help you to understand properly. Okay. Now see, so what we are talking about, we are talking about the strength. Yes, I hope it is all set. I hope it is much more clear now. I don't know why it is happening. I will just check out, Shweta, sorry for that. Okay, I'll just check out, but from my end the screen is clear to me, so I'm not able to understand what type of clarity is not there. Okay, so the strength of ICT. So basically when we talk about ICT strength, it means it talks about what? It talks about your advantages. Okay, it talks about your disadvantages. So on this particular slide I have taken advantages. It helps in personalized learning. So personalized learning, you have a self-paced learning, you have a flexibility in learning, you have an engagement as per your convenience. So yes, it is a personalized learning platform. It helps in interactivity, interaction with the help of prior knowledge or a sequential program, which is not required, because there can be lot of effectiveness with the content which you are delivering. So you start with your material, you start with your previous knowledge, so which you do in your physical classroom also. So yes, with the help of that you try to bring interactivity. Overcome distance and climate constraints. So like with the help of online method, even if the things are not in control, they can be in control with the help of online education. So you don't have to travel, you don't have to stop your learning with the help of climatic barriers. It can overcome all these things and make your learning smoother, right? Then cost efficiency, speed and reach. So yes, it will help you to have everything invested in a proper set manner, cost wise, speed wise, even the reach wise, because of the connectivity. So the connectivity will be easier and it is much more supportive. Versatility in teaching and diverse education environment. diverse audience engagement. So this will help into problem solving. Your reflective learning also will be in place. Okay, access the information, acquire the knowledge, discuss, do the brainstorming, which is possible in the online form also. And then consistent quality. So yes, with the help of various quality, uniformity in the level, with the help of different social background, whether it is rural or urban, it does not matters when you have a constant quality which has a standard quality to be delivered. So there are many such programs which has a very standard particular format. So with the help of that particular format, with the help of that particular things, it is very easier to have the delivery in a consistent quality. Yes, so because of it, this is becoming the strength. Okay, but yes, at the same time, two sides of the coin, we cannot neglect or ignore its weaknesses. So it has certain amount of disadvantages also. Okay, it has certain amounts of limitations also. So when I say high the limitations in the form of high infrastructure and startup cost, yes, it involves a huge amount of financial investment with respect to your hardware, with respect to your software, with respect to your maintenance. Economies of scale over individual differences, it means that the approach, okay, however it overlooks individual differences among the students. It means that the students are considered at par. There is no type of differences which are looked. So if the learner is slow, or if the learner is not able to cope up with the speed, so it is not looking at those factors. Especially it is expected that the student should be tech savvy and should have a potential to learn with this familiar technology. So yes, that is very it's a challenging thing. Accessibility challenges. Now sometimes it happens, like for example, maybe because of, right now some students said that the screen clarity is not there. Okay, so this accessibility challenge, where there can be certain technical issues, there can be certain electricity issues, there can be influences because of society and cultural norms. So these all can become a bit of challenge in order to learn through online form, right? ICT as a delivery system, so the mechanisms, the tools, okay, definitely does not bring any changes in learning. So that modification in behavior which you have learned in teaching aptitude does not happens through ICT. So that is one of the challenge. Difficulty in performance evaluation with a single individual students, because you need to have a targeted time. You need to, you definitely cannot interact one-to-one basis. So it becomes little bit difficult to evaluate the performance individually. Ongoing training needs. So yes, it is very important that there has to be a continuous training to the educators with respect to their upgradation. And yes, ongoing training needs, it becomes very difficult to take out the time from the regular schedule and to go with this training times. And the shift in teaching learning paradigm, that is a pattern. So this is, basically the relationship between the teacher and the student as per the technology, which has been replaced from face to face, or potential learning has been reduced. So there is a detachment. The bonding is not happening because of this distance mode, and that can be one of the reason. The students will definitely not be open up, the students will not be confident to share the things with the teacher, which can help in order to solve the problem or to do their enhancement. So this becomes really difficult with the help of online mode, right? Now, so we have completed the limitations as well as your advantages also. So the next point which we have is synchronous and asynchronous media. Now all of you know very well this term very well, because it is been used in most of the papers. So when I say synchronous, okay, it uses all the participants togetherly at same time. Right now what we are doing, even if you are at a different location, but we are learning at the same time. It can happen with the help of face-to-face conversation. It can happen with the help of phone call. It can happen with the help of your video call or a Zoom call. So this learning which takes place when the participants are scattered, but everyone in spite of different location can be learning at the same time. The best example is online chatting, instant messaging, video conferencing, with the help of what? With the help of Zoom call or with the help of Skype calling. So you can do what? You can do your online learning at the same time. That is synchronous, which is going simultaneously. Right now I am teaching you, at the same time you are attending the class. It is simultaneous. It is synchronous. You are the live participants, right? Asynchronous is, this allows the participants help in the learning process at different times, okay, at different times and different places. So it is not only different times, but it's also with the different places, right? The online learning resources, which support asynchronous learning are your emails, your electronic emailing. I have written over here very well. Online discussion boards, your forums, your Wikipedia, wikis, your blogs, your professional apps. Okay, so you can have a learning happening at different time, different places, as per the convenience of the learner. So this is what asynchronous. Now please try to have a look at the examples. This is purposely I have brought. So like communication apps like Slack, okay, professional collaboration apps like GitLab, Google Sheets. So they will definitely give you examples, and through that they will try to tell you to answer the question. So it's very important that you need to know the examples, even their examples as well as the statements very well, right? Okay, now moving towards is major ICT learning categories. This is our next topic. Okay, this is our next topic, topic number 5. So hope you remember this, what I showed you in the start of the class. See, I am following this particular pattern. The reason to shortlist these topics, it becomes easier for you to learn. I did main objectives, that is this education, supported education, enabled education. I introduced you the 4 rationals: social, vocational, catalyst and pedagogical. Okay, I introduced you the objectives, including the advantages and disadvantages, right? I help you to understand synchronous and asynchronous education just now. Now we are going towards major ICT learning categories. So basically there are 3 categories. Okay, let's see those 3 categories. What are they? So these 3 categories are e-learning, okay, blended learning and distance learning. Okay, so please remember what are the 3 categories, learning categories. It can come in any form. It is e-learning, right? It is blended learning, okay, and it is distance learning. E-learning, blended learning, distance learning, okay. So in addition to that, there are face-to-face, self-paced, online collaborative learning, which we are going to see one by one. Okay, so let's come first of all to e-learning. So what is e-learning? It is one of the major ICT learning category. Please try to remember it very well. Small things you people skip, and then the question becomes difficult. So e-learning or electronic learning is a learning category, right, which is also called as online learning. It is also known as online learning, and it is commonly associated with advanced learning technology. It's called as ALT, advanced learning technology, which deals with both technologies and associated methods which are used in network or multimedia technology. So distance education provides the base for e-learning development. So e-learning can be on demand. It overcomes the timing issue, the attendance issue, the travel difficulties, and it allows the higher participation and greater interaction of the students. So yes, e-learning as one of the category, also called as online learning, advanced learning technology, which helps in learning, provided, and it helps to overcome the difficulties in the form of timing, in the form of attendance, in the form of travel difficulties, right? Okay, now we have second is blended learning. So our second category is called as what? It is called as blended learning. So when we talk about blended learning, it's a combination of multi approaches to learning. So blended learning, it's a mixture of your face-to-face learning. Please remember, because many students know during the crash course or during the revision class comes up with the question, what is blended learning? Okay, so it means it's very difficult that in your theory classes you have not completed this topic. So please remember very well, blended learning is a mixture of your face-to-face learning, right, self-paced learning and online classrooms, right? So face-to-face learning, where it is a traditional setup, your faculty member delivers you the instructions, it helps the learners to learn, and it also includes what? It includes lectures, workshops, presentations, tutoring, conferences. So please remember, face-to-face learning, even in the match the following they can give you, right? Self-paced learning. Now self-paced learning, it is a flexibility for a learner to learn as per their own time and space. It occurs in variety of ways, such as reading specific chapters from the textbook, okay, studying with the course material, seeing certain certain courses which is web based or which is the help of certain compact drives, attending the pre-recorded classes, like if this class has been seen by some student tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it becomes a self-paced learning, right? Referring to the articles which is being wrote by the faculty members or been suggested by the faculty members, working on the assignments, working on the projects, searching, browsing the internet. This is all called as what? A self-paced learning, right? Online collaborative learning, it involves interaction between the learners and the faculty members with the help of web, okay, so such as in the form of synchronous or asynchronous. It can be in the form of live mode or it can be in the form of pre-recorded sessions, okay, which we have already discussed earlier, right? Fine. So this is your second category. Still we have the third category, which is called as distance learning. I hope you remember very well. These are the learning categories. Remember the core points very well. These are the learning categories which are included in information and communication technology, which are included as a part of information and communication technology, right? So here, obviously, in this type of education, students work on their on their own at either at home or office and communicate with the faculty with the help of emails, okay, or through the electronic forums or video conferencing or chat room, instant messaging or any other form which is based with the computer based communication. Distance learning, as we all know, it's very well called as what? Open learning, okay. So it is a computer based training. Now see, please, this, if you remember, you have this in teaching aptitude. So if you get a question, now please remember, silly question but can put you in confusion. So distance learning or open learning is includes what? It includes computer based training, CBT, okay, and it provides a virtual classroom with the help of internet in the form of World Wide Web, that is www, which helps to assess the computer platforms. It helps to serve the students in the form of distance learning, right? It also allows for the creation of digital resources, digital libraries where the student, teachers and the professionals can access the material. Such facilities allow the networking of academics and researchers, and it also helps to share the material, which has a quality enhancement in teaching and learning. So obviously, when you look at distance learning with a proper amount of guidance, direction and coaching, it is one of the best platform of learning, okay, as per your own time, right? Now, as I said, we have the next topic is digital and other initiatives in higher education. So we'll first have a look at this, okay. When we talk about digital when we talk about digital initiatives, it is talking about what? It is talking about higher education revolution in with the help of digitalization, right? Okay. Now see, when we talk about these initiatives, basically the initiative was taken up to promote digital education. That is the base, right? Various initiatives has been taken up, such as Swayam, that is the India's own move, Swayam Prabha National Digital Library, which contains more than 6.5 million books, National Academic Depository, UGC is in the process of developing online education regulation. Ministry of Human Resource Development has also taken measures such as cashless campus and digital financial literacy of community by students. This all is with a reason to increase, the gross enrollment ratio to be taken to 30 by by 2020 initially. Now we have a target of 2030. So now, like, yes, this updated target also I will be telling you. Now see, when we talk about this digital initiatives, so basically here only we have to just make a changes. So this is by 50%. Okay, we have the target to increase it by 50% by 2035. I am sorry, I'll just update this before I circulate the notes. So it is 50%. It is to be increased to 15% now. Initial target was 2020, but now it is 50%, and the year target is 2035. In simple statement question you will get, higher education target is what? Enrollment. Gross enrollment ratio is to be increased by 50%. Keep the percentage in mind, and the target year is 2035. Okay. And yes, this is basically to address the concern of accessibility and equality education, right? So this is, this use of technology becomes imperative because of affordability, high quality education, inclusive education, irrespective with no difference in the rural and urban area, and gender biasness, employability, use of internet, smartphones, higher spend, skilling the unskilled, that is the skill mission, India mission. Okay, so with this reason we have started digital initiatives. Now Shweta, if you are there right now in the class, because you have raised this concern, see, I'll show you. Okay, I have listed, we are going to do this all. So 42, yes, I just was confused with the number. So if you see, okay, so if you start from here, National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, Swayam Prabha, National Digital Library, National Academic Depository, eShod Sindhu, Virtual Labs, eYantra, Campus Connectivity, Talk to Teacher, eAcharya, eKalpa, the free and open source software for education, that is FOSSEE, eVidwan, Central Cloud Infrastructure, Lekika 2007, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, okay, NEPTEL. Now sorry, this got repeated twice, it is 41 only. National Knowledge Network and Connected Digital, okay, Center for Distance Engineering Education, EduSat, IIMs, Brihaspati, private players, digitalization of books, that is textbooks, content delivery, open education resources, virtual technical university, Gyan Darshan, Gyan Vani, eGyankosh. You have Gyan Dhara also we will be doing. Okay, then you have Education and Research Network, Sakshat Portal, Grid Garuda, Shrishti Drishti, IIT Madras, Consortium for Educational Communication, CC, Diksha, ePathshala, Samagra Shiksha, a Prabandh system, Vidya Lakshmi, and Education and Research Network. So see, there are so many things. These all 41. It's actually 41. These all 41 points. See, if you see, this is included in every. Now Swayam Prabha we did in teaching aptitude, right? But we are again going to repeat it in ICT also. So this is how we are going to learn this 41 digital initiatives with reference to higher education. So obviously now I will make notes on that also. I'm in the process of that, the notes also. So these all 42. Now you will think that in this 42 what we need to learn. So what you need to learn, that pointers I'll give you. Hardly there will be 4 to 6 pointers which you have to learn, but this is how you have to, because questions definitely come out of all this, and from every one of this there is question, and if it is not, it will be expected to come. So this is important for you to learn. So now, as I said, okay, I'll be going back. Wait a minute, I'll just go back to this first slide. Okay, so that's the reason this time I have ensured that this is little bit different thing which I feel. So this time with this points. Now see, today's class we completed first 5 points, right? Now some time will go, some majority of our sessions will go in the 6th point, because we have to learn totally 41 digital initiatives, right? Then we will be learning social learning, that is web 1.1 to 3.0. So this, now here also I didn't write, all small points. When you are studying computer hardware, storage devices, computer software, okay, there are so many points internally in it also. There are so many topics internally in it. But now at least under computer software, you will help to understand, okay, these are the things which are required for us to be present. So this all things, I will be helping you to deliver. So make sure that, these things are learned very well. And ensure that you are properly preparing for your coming examination. The only thing which you require is your consistency, your dedication, and your obviously your little bit of sacrification also, right? Now see here, I will just take one small question today. Okay, now let me see how many of you are able to do that question. Whatever we did today, based on that one small question I'm taking, right? I'm purposely taking a statement question just to make sure that how many of you, make sure that you have understood what you have learned, right? So there are two statements. One is statement 1 and second is statement 2, right? So the first statement says that information and communication technology is considered, this is repeated, it's already there in one of your previous question, is considered the subset of IT, right? Fine. Now the second statement is right to use a piece of software is termed as copyright. You need to tell me what statement is right. Whether your statement 1, 2 both are right, neither are right, 2 is right, or only 1 is right. Okay, which option? I'll write over here. Both are right. B is both are wrong. C is 1 right, and statement D is statement 2. Now 1 right, it means statement 1 is right and statement 2 is right. Okay, I'm just little bit sorry because I just I've roughly written the question on the screen. So which will be correct? Which is correct? Okay, yes, everyone come on, think little bit and try to answer the question. Yes, I'm waiting for the answer, everyone. Please make sure that you are answering the question before we go to the anything next. Make sure that you are answering the question properly. Yes, everyone, come on. I'm waiting for the answer, everyone. Make sure that you are answering the questions properly. One more minute I'll be giving for you to answer the question. Okay, yes, let me see. Both are right. Okay, both are right, Shweta. Okay, now see, let me see. I'll come to the right answer, but let me discuss first. Statement 1 is ICT is considered as a subset of IT. ICT is considered as subset. It means it says that IT is the top and then you have a subset of ICT. No, this is completely wrong. ICT is at the top and one of the subset is considered as IT. So information and communication technology is the main concept and its subset is considered as IT, and the question was completely opposite. So statement 1 is wrong, right? Okay, no, both are not right. Please be careful. ICT is considered as a subset of IT. No, IT is considered, read the question properly, IT is considered as the subset of ICT. Please, you are not reading between the lines. This is the right statement. Okay, now right to use a piece of software is termed as copyright. So basically copyright comes under intellectual property right. Okay, it talks about original work which cannot have any right. So it is, you right to use, you cannot have a right to use a copyright unless and until you have a permission to do. So right to use a piece of work is termed as copyright is completely wrong. Okay, so both the statement 1 and 2 are wrong. So option B stands to be the right answer. So you don't have to be panic, you are not knowing. See, you are just doing a mistake of not reading the question correctly, which I have told n number of times. Okay, but sentence 2 is right. Right to use a piece of software is termed as copyright. Okay, Shweta, here they are not saying, no, when we talk about copyright, there is a copyright law, okay, which protects your original work, no doubt. Okay, and if you are using it, okay, without any permission, without any legal process, it is called as what? It is called as, it is not called as copyright. It will be termed as something else. Okay, so you have, under the copyright, you have a right to use, but there has to be some legal process which has to be followed. Okay, is it clear? So the author, who is the owner of this work, should be, in a legal process to hand over you the rights to use. Is it clear? So if they say that as per the act it is right to use, then you can write it. What you are confused in? Right to use. Okay, please try to understand. When we say right to use, no, it is not specifying is it, is as per the any law, or it is as per any specific concern. So when we say right to use, see, you can use it, but it has to have a proper legal process. Without that, you cannot have the right to use any piece of work. Even if it is a copyright, you cannot do that. As per the law, you are. Is it clear? So it does not mention anything legal as things. Just right to use does not makes it as a copyright. Okay, fine. So now, yes, now one more important announcement before I end. Now all those students who are the subscribers of Global Online app, I'm talking about Global Online app, please remember that every Saturday you have a mock test. Okay, tomorrow's mock test will be on the basic ICT which I have taken today. So whatever concept I have taken till major ICT learning categories, you will be having your mock test based on that. So make sure, please, those who are the subscribers, you don't have to wait for anyone else. By the evening time the test gets uploaded, you can learn. I'll just correct this PPT and share it on the group. At the same time, I'll share the other all PPTs also. Some students demanded it once again, so I'll do that. So I'm sharing the PPT so you can read it and you can be prepared for your test tomorrow. Do a self-learning from your end also and be ready with the test. Make sure that you are doing the test very properly. Okay, that's all for the day, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night ahead and see you tomorrow with the mock test, and the mock test analysis we will be doing it on Monday. Is it clear? Thank you, everyone. See you in the next class. Yes.